like every relationship, there's things that pisses you off or make you go a little bit cross-eyed. I mean, I'm a big fan of fandom. I mean, clearly, I'm wearing a DC shirt right now. I'm a fan of fandom. But there's always these things that make you go like, why are we so this? And that is, why are we so anti-recast? Why is that? Now, maybe because I'm a fan of a certain British TV show. Or maybe because I'm a fan of franchises that have a number of actors playing certain roles, right? Maybe it's all I just accept it. But there's certain people, like Percy, I think Dial of Destiny would make a hell of a lot more money if it was played by a younger guy. If it was set in the 30s and was played by a different actor, I think Dial of Destiny we would sing a different story. I will say that. And because and treat it like it's the first film, not the fifth film. Yeah, because parents today ain't showing them indie. They're showing Harry Potter. They're showing Star Wars. I was showing indie. I was showing clearly Bond and the original Batman and the original Superman and all that kind of stuff. But I'm the exception, right? And you're showing the beginning of the Marvel Universe, while kids today are probably watching Phase 4 and 5. It's that type of thing, right? So all that, but here's the thing. It came up because I saw a video of Ahsoka, of people talking about the C-3PO cameo, and they were all about it's great to see C-3PO because it makes Leia part of the story, where how to deal with the real life madness or the real life complex complications that you have, because because you can't have Leia in the scene. And I'm like, why? Because Carrie Fisher's no longer with us? Because that's the case, you can always just recast. And every time I mention recast, or anytime you do mention recast, people get a little bit this. How dare you? How dare you? It's just a recast. How dare you? Right? But, and it's always the same reasons. It's going to confuse the audience, which I will say this. In 1969, when Sean Connery wasn't going to be Bond anymore and was going to play by Jules Lazenby, did it confuse the audience? No. And same thing when Connery came back for Diamonds Forever. And then when then Bond was Roger Moore, and then it was Timothy Dalton, then it was Pierce Brosnan, then it was Daniel Craig. Did it really confuse the audience? And definitely when 5 out of the 6 is meant to be the same guy. Did it confuse the audience? No, it didn't. When we have different Batmans, did that confuse the audience? And 3 out of the 6 actors in this image are meant to be the same guy. Keaton, Kilmer, and Clooney are all meant to be the same Batman. So did that confuse the audience? No, it didn't. People were able to accept. It's just like people are not maybe fans of certain versions because clearly, Flash bombed and that had Affleck, but the Batman did pretty well, so it kind of shows people like these characters as different versions. They're just not a fan of the certain versions of the characters. Or when Superman changed, when Christopher Reeve wasn't Superman, and then it's Brandon Routh or Tom Welling or Dean Cain or Jules Reeves or Henry Cavill or Tyler Hoechlin. Did it got confusing? No, it didn't. The audience is smarter. The audience is smarter than you actually think. Now, people will be like, I get it. You're fans of a certain version of a character, right? You're fans of a certain version of the character. So you're very attached to that version, and all you want to see is that version. You want to make it highlighted, whether there can only be one, right? You want it to be that. But, it's just boggles the mind of things. Once again, I'm going to use another example. When Dumbledore got recast, Wicked Harris played Dumbledore in the first 2 Harry Potter films, and then he passed away. And then, did anyone go and said, no, No more no more Dumbledore. No, sir. Yeah, that could be disrespectful. That's the big thing. Also, when after you pass away, people think it's disrespectful that the world doesn't move on, that the character doesn't, like. There's the old saying, the character is bigger than the actor, and it's true. I mean, look, like it could be interesting if you told. If we went into a time machine, if it's the DeLorean or the TARDIS or the G-ship or a time vortex or Nikolai, whatever or if you have super speed or whatever, if you went in back through time and told like William Shakespeare that you're gonna play Romeo and Juliet, right? These are the only actors you're allowed to use. You can't recast them. It stays here. Yeah, everyone will be like, all the people confused about it. Sir, it'll be some good performances, adaptations of his plays. All it is picture old style theatre. How many Shakespeares? How many versions of Romeo and Juliet? How many Hamlets? How many versions of different plays have we seen or have heard of? And we see different takes and different versions and the fun debate of who was better. That's always fun. Now, of course, there's some people who go a little bit too far where it's like, fuck you, there's only one version of this. If you like that, you're fucking... Like, those people can go themselves because I understand it's all subjective and opinions and all kind of stuff, right? But, the fun debate of who you thought was the best version of that character, right? That's fun, right? But... I mean, honestly, if I was an actor and I passed away and I found out that the role I played didn't move on, it didn't move past you, I don't know, I'll probably be a little bit bummed out, wouldn't I? That my legacy is, okay, yeah. And also there's something a little bit cool, you are the OG, you are the original version. There can only be one first, and there's that one, right? I mean, I always joke about, and maybe it's more of an audience thing. Maybe it is. Maybe it's more of an audience thing, right? When the audience is like, I don't think I can accept a new version of the character because all I see is that that particular version. I don't know if I can do that. But let me give you some education. Anytime, and this is a good segue. Anytime there's a new Doctor from the good old British 60th anniversary long old TV show, Doctor Who.
Do you know, whenever the Doctor changes, there's a backlash, because that's a character that people love, so people get very affectionate about the Doctor they knew.
Was there backlash for you?
Oh, sure. They're like, who's the Weasley-looking guy? Who's this? I like the last guy. This is not going to work for me. This show is dead to me. I resign from the internet, send. There was a lot of that.
And then they watch a couple of episodes, and they kind of go through the grieving process over that previous version that they love. And they're basically what it is, And I also joke about to people who like cinematic universes and franchises who need a reason why the certain actors is different. I always joke about, like, does the BBC need to give the rights to... Does every studio network around the world need to get the rights to Doctor Who just so everyone can be a Time Lord? So you have a narrative reason why someone looks different. It's not confusing. The audience will get it. You will get it. You will get over it. And it's just one of those things. Like, Leia, I'm like, Leia should have been recasting, Rise of Skywalker. The whole Han Solo thing, it's simple. It's like, you just saw Harrison Ford playing Han Solo, a couple of years ago. So, the whole concept of seeing a young version might just not be interesting. Maybe, if Disney Plus came out in 2018, maybe it'll be a different story. Maybe it should have work as a Disney Plus show, maybe. But, yeah, I just never really understood why we are so anti-recast. The character's bigger than the actor. It's just that simple, really. Yeah. Comment below. Hey, if you are a little bit like if I said to you, we cast Leia, what would your mindset be? Yeah, comment below, and with all my opinions and thoughts and all my counterpoints for that. Comment below, let me know.